Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the significance of no-contact apprehension program in Quezon City, a road safety reminder in Young Street Smart Sports and Centers on overtaking rules when in a multi-lane highway. This week's Payan Chupero shall be about the importance of following the rule on the yellow box. Showcase this week shall have the subcompact crossover from Honda, the all-new HR-V, while for race weekend we'll have the highlights of the first leg of the 2022 Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. It may be early days, but the MMDA sees traffic heading to and in areas around EDSA Timog flyover remaining manageable following the closure of the southbound lanes.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, together with representatives from the Department of Public Works and Highways, the PNP Highway Patrol Group, and Interagency Council for Traffic, took time out to check on the traffic situation along EDSA southbound following the closure of the Timog southbound flyover to traffic. In a press statement, MMDA Chairman Attorney Romando Artes said the traffic situation on the EDSA Kamuning Service Road was manageable based on the initial assessment. He added that the MMDA has deployed additional personnel to manage traffic in areas expected to be affected by the closure of the Timog southbound flyover for repair and rehabilitation. The MMDA traffic enforcers are also being assisted by the PNP HPG and local government units in managing traffic in the affected areas. There are 4 identified alternate routes for motorists, said Artes, who added that vehicles coming from EDSA southbound are advised to turn right at either Mother Ignacia Avenue, Panay Avenue, Scout Albano, or Scout Borromeo. Artes also urged motorcycle riders and bikers to use these alternate routes for their safety. Additional directional signages were installed to guide motorists along the alternate routes. The MMD added that clearing operations will be intensified to remove obstructions and illegally parked vehicles in streets that form part of the alternate routes.
Perhaps in the minds of the motorists, fast-tracking the rehab, repair, and reopening of the southbound segment of the EDSA Timog flyover is more important than keeping the traffic manageable while it remains closed. Meanwhile, owners of motorcycles with small displacement engines have long felt discriminated against by tollway operators. They would certainly be happy to see the Cebu-Cordova Link Expressway opening the newest bridge to those with 125cc and above motorcycles.
The Cebu Cordova Link Expressway is now allowing motorcycles powered by 125cc and above engines to use the iconic bridge. In opening the causeway and bridge to motorcycles with smaller engine displacements, the CCLX management assures the public that it is putting up measures to ensure it is safe for all. The new toll bridge is a traffic discipline zone where standard traffic and safety regulations are strictly implemented, it said. Motorcycles have a designated lane at the CCLX marked out by blue lines and a 40 km per hour speed limit on the main bridge and curves and 60 km per hour on the causeway. No overtaking is allowed. Motorcycle riders are required to wear proper riding gear such as a standard protective helmet, whether full face, modular, off-road, half open face, or dual sport. Riders wearing flip-flops, sandal slippers, or going barefoot will not be allowed onto the causeway and bridge. Only one back rider will be allowed inside the CCLX. Motorcycles with loads or cargo covering the side mirrors, taillights, and signal lights will also not be allowed. These measures are put in place to make sure that motorists will have a safe, seamless, and pleasurable journey while using the expressway, said CCLX President and General Manager Alan G. Alfon.
The CCLX may be setting a precedent that may prompt or compel other toll operators to allow smaller engine two-wheelers inside their expressways. Continuing, there may now be a quicker and more convenient mode of transport between San Pablo in Laguna and Lucena in Quezon.
The Philippine National Railway San Pablo-Lucena line has resumed operations after nearly 10 years of suspension forced by the collapse of an abutment or supporting structure of the railroad tracks. The San Pablo-Lucena line stretches 44 kilometers with 2 main stations and 4 flag stops and passes through 4 municipalities and 1 city in the provinces of Laguna and Quezon. Travel time between San Pablo in Laguna and Lucena in Quezon is estimated to be reduced to 30 minutes from the usual 1 hour by land. The line will be served by new PNR trains which have a carrying capacity of 3,683 passengers. According to the Department of Transportation, the PNR San Pablo-Lucena line is vital in restoring the PNR Bicol or Bicol Express, which connects Metro Manila to southern Luzon provinces including Laguna, Quezon, Camarines Sur, and Sorsogon. Before leaving office, erstwhile Transportation Secretary Arthur Tucade said the resumption of the San Pablo-Lucena line is proof of the DOTR's commitment to enhance mobility and connectivity across the archipelago by improving routes and bringing convenience to Filipinos.
The resumption of the PNR San Pablo-Lucena passenger train service is seen as a prelude to the return of the much-awaited Bicol Express. And finally, a new memorandum of agreement on data sharing between the MMDA and the LTO should be bad news for bad, undisciplined motorists.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority and the Land Transportation Office have signed a memorandum of agreement to interconnect respective data systems and improve sharing of information on motorists and vehicles involved in traffic violations and apprehensions. The MOA calls for the MMDA and the LTO to undertake the LTO-MMDA System Interconnectivity Project. The objective of the project is to allow daily data sharing between the MMDA's data systems and the LTO's Land Transportation Management System, or LTMS. According to the MMDA, the data sharing accord will bolster both agencies' law enforcement and traffic apprehension functions and boost road safety by swiftly identifying and weeding out drivers and vehicles involved in multiple violations and traffic incidents. Real-time access to LTMS records will make the MMDA's traffic enforcement and apprehension systems more efficient, according to MMDA Chairman Romando Artes. Artes said that this will also allow the MMDA to more swiftly determine ownership and address of vehicle owners caught by its non-contact apprehension system so the parties involved can be informed and their violations settled. According to LTO Chief Edgar Calvante, the data sharing accord will allow the LTO quickly to pinpoint drivers committing multiple traffic violations, resulting in the suspension of their licenses and their mandatory training on road safety and traffic rules.
It is unclear on whether the new data sharing agreement will mean that the MMDA constables or traffic enforcers will have real-time access to info on motorists they cite for violations. Perhaps that should hasten ridding our streets of unrepentant traffic rules violators. Those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Quezon City is now implementing its own no-contact apprehension program against motorists who violate traffic regulations. How this is being implemented and the vital issues that motorists need to know are discussed in Motoring Forum.
Motorists who drive with care and follow traffic rules and regulations shouldn't be worrying about Quezon City now implementing its own non-contact apprehension program or NCAP. Still, it is important to be aware about what it is and how QC is going to about penalizing motorists caught on camera committing violations of traffic rules and regulations. The QC government has installed cameras and surveillance equipment to monitor 24/7 traffic on its main thoroughfares and intersections. Since October 2021, the city has been sending what it calls notices of violations or NOVs to registered owners of vehicles recorded on video committing traffic rules transgressions. QC authorities use the Land Transportation Office database of registered vehicle owners for identifying who and where to send the NOVs. However, no penalties were imposed. But the QC authorities have announced that beginning in July of this year, NOVs will accompany penalties or fines. QC authorities are transparent and fair enough to list down the major intersections that have NCAP cameras. They are in the following. Motorists should make themselves familiar with the traffic signal system and signs at these intersections to ensure they don't commit any violation. Those living in Quezon City reported committing traffic rules transgressions can expect an NOV in 14 working days, longer than 14 days for non-QC residents. The NOV will contain the date, time, and location of the violation, the exact violation committed, and the corresponding fine. Recipients have 30 days upon receipt of the NOV to pay the corresponding or a 5% surcharge will be imposed for every month missed. The LTO will be given a list of registered vehicle owners with outstanding payments, barring them from renewing their vehicle registration until the amount due is fully settled. Recipients have 10 days upon receipt of the NOV to contest or object to the fine before the QC Traffic Adjudication Board at the second floor of the Department of Public Order and Safety building inside the Quezon City Hall compound. QC authorities cite possible reasons for contesting the NOV and payment of fine and what to submit to the QC tab. These include if the vehicle has been sold but the registration still remains in the former owner's name, one can submit copy of the NOV or deed of sale showing identity of the new owner, copy of his license, notarized affidavit admitting to driving the vehicle at the place and time of violation. The owner of the vehicle was not driving at the time. One can submit a copy of the NOV, copy of violator's driver's license, and notarized affidavit of violating admitting the driving vehicle at the time and place of the violation. At this instance, if the driver committed the violation does not pay the fine, his license will be reported to the LTO so it can't be renewed. If the car has been stolen prior to violation, one can submit a copy of LTO or PNP report stating the vehicle has been reported stolen prior to violation. If the violation was committed during an emergency, in this case, one can submit proof of emergency. Quezon City authorities advise motorists that they will still deploy traffic enforcers who can apprehend violators and issue ordinance violation receipts and confiscate licenses.
If Quezon City's no-contact apprehension program succeeds in instilling more discipline on motorists, then it should serve as an example for other cities in Metro Manila and elsewhere. That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
You're back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines.
If you are on a multi-lane highway, mahigpit na ipinagbabawal ang tumawid papunta sa kabilang parte ng highway. As seen on the animation, you can overtake on your lane provided that it is safe to do so.
Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Payong Chuper this week.
Payong Chuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Alan, isang kapwa nyo Chuper. Ito'y isang paalala na huwag huminto sa loob ng yellow box.
Ang mga yellow box na matatagpuan sa intersections ay dapat palaging bakante kahit pa naka-green ang traffic light. Kapag nakahinto ang kabilang bandang intersection, mas mabuting maghintay ng tamang pagkakataon bago lumampas sa yellow box.
Tandaan, sumunod sa yellow box rule upang maging maayos ang ating takbo sa kalsada. Ito po si Jose Alan Mendoza, Payong Chuper lang kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo Chuper.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
When we do what we love and love what we do, work is play. Ford Ranger. Live the Ranger life.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, the 2022 Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup brought back the excitement of one-make racing to the Clark International Speedway. This time on-track, spectators got to cheer their favorite drivers and teams during the 3 races of Leg 1 of the longest-running one-make series using the Toyota Vios. Julia de Los Angeles of the TSG Avengers Racing Team claimed the first victory in the promotional class, joined on the podium by Ian Rosales of Toyota Team Cebu in second and Elaine Alzona of the Alzona Racing Team Toyota General Santos in third. Ian Rosales climbed up to first in race 2 with Toyota Team Cebu teammate Alan Palacios claiming second and Fabio Edith Toyota Gazoo Racing PH finishing third. Elaine Alzona got back on the podium finishing first in the promotional class, edging Alan Palacios, who again finished second ahead of Ian Rosales in third. In the sporting class, Joaquin Garrido of Toyota Otis Avengers Racing Team drew first blood with a victory in race 1, beating Giro and Daryl Garbes of the JPD Toyota San Fernando, who finished second and third respectively. Race 2 saw the trio back at the podium occupying the same places. Fred Montero of Toyota Gazoo Racing PH asserted himself in race 3 to win his first race of the 2022 TGR Vios Cup, with Roy Sarmiento of RMS Car Racing finishing second, while Joaquin Garrido dropped to third. John Dizon of Avengers Racing Team ruled race 1 in the super sporting class, chased across the finish line by Inigo Anton of Toyota North EDSA Avengers Racing Team. Daryl Deon of Toyota Marilao Avengers Racing Team was third. Gerald Loy of the R Racing Team topped race 2 of the super sporting class, with Red Diwa of JBT Racing Toyota Isabela claiming second ahead of Inigo Anton in third. John Dizon got back on top of the podium in race 3 with Inigo Anton and Daryl Deon also back in second and third respectively. The 2022 TGR Vios Cup also featured an invitational autocross competition among celebrities and members of media, which now have 2 classes, promotional and sporting. Quickest in the promotional class of the celebrity autocross competition was Benedict Cua with Carlo Lizardo in second and Miguel Romulo in third. Pablo Salapantan turned in the fastest time among the newbies in the media autocross competition, joined on the podium by Sigwald Go in second and Mika de los Reyes in third. Gino Killamor ruled the sporting class in the celebrity autocross with Jules Aquino in second and Lexi Mendiola in third. Chad Lacuna, Roy Robles, and Kevin Francisco made up the podium of the media autocross sporting class first, second, and third respectively. In other motorsports news, round 3 of the 2022 Philippine Rallycross Series drew a bigger field of entries to the Clark Global City grounds. JP Politan topped Group 1, relegating Noli Tino to second and Zoe Lau to third in round 3, which is a day stage. Pee-wee Mendiola turned in the quickest cumulative time for the best 2 of his 3 runs in Group 2, edging out Paul Santos and JP Politan, who ended up second and third respectively. Paul Santos did better in Group 3, claiming the top of the podium, dropping Pee-wee Mendiola to second and Boric Valurin to third. PB Mandiola got back on top, this time in Group 4 competition, while Boric Valorate improved to second, finishing ahead of Andre Tan in third. Paulo Santos topped the open class, Luis Camacho was best in the UV and AWD class and pickup class, while Paulo Villarta was quickest in the RWD class. Also in motorsports news, round 4 of the 2022 Philippine Autocross Championship Series saw Ron Suzon setting the fastest cumulative overall time from his best runs in Track A and Track B at the Robinson Santa Rosa parking lot. Second fastest was Richard Gallardo with Jen Colina going third fastest. Rounding out the top 5 overall are Joren Gilumali and Jasper Clemente in 4th and 5th respectively. Ron Suzon was also quickest in the open category. Jasper Clemente was quickest among the novices with Joren Gilumali in 2nd and Jobert Go in 3rd.
More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. Like the song goes, guess who's back? Back again. It's a Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup. Also back are the spectators at the track to catch the thrills and spills of the first leg of the TGR Vios Cup 2022. For those who missed it live or online, Race Weekend reviews the highlights and action on and off the track.
After 3 years, I think, we are back here at the Clark International Speedway with our live audience, so that's right. So, although we had a purely digital program last year for the Vios Cup, and it was a success, it was a great platform for our racers, and they really appreciated that. But we cannot deny that we have missed the energy and the enthusiasm of the live audience, especially at an event like this. So we are happy to be opening up the gates of the Speedway again so that our car enthusiasts, our racing enthusiasts can watch again, and at the same time, our racers can feel the support that they need.
Okay, so I've seen some familiar faces and fresh faces at the same time. Can you give us Toyota's approach in terms of choosing the racers for this leg?
Yeah. For the racers, of course, we have our racing teams, mostly aided by our dealer network. So some of our dealerships actually are managing racing teams, and they actually scout their members of the racing teams. I must say that they are doing a really good job of selecting these racing talents, because the Vios Cup is becoming really a breeding ground for the top racers in the country, and we have to thank our racing teams for that, for finding the racing talents in the Philippines, because that's the main goal actually of the Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup, to find top racing talents and give them a platform to show their skills and to hone their driving skills also. And for the autocross, we actually invited some social media influencers with very diverse backgrounds. So some are lifestyle influencers, some are actually beauty queens. There are also some athletes, sports enthusiasts. So it's a diverse background. That is to support our message that Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup brings racing to anyone. So racing is for everyone, racing is for all. So we're all about democratizing motorsports, giving access to everyone who's really interested to learn and further hone their skills in racing.
Ako, I have always been interested in joining the Vios Cup, pero naunahan ako ng kaba. But this time, I finally got the courage to do it. So, ano na siya, naka-check na sa bucket list.
Yeah. Ako po, actually, this is my second time. So, nung nakaraan kasi medyo hindi tayo nakapasok sa top. Pero ngayon,
Lumalaban.
humihinga pa. So, sana maging okay yung result. sa amin.
God bless namin.
God bless. God bless us. Yung preparation na ginawa ko, I played games para maging relax or hindi maging, ano yun, parang pressures, mag-stable lang ako sa ngayon. So, siguro naglaro lang ako ng games and nanood sa YouTube, mga...
Yeah, Netflix and chill, mga ganun.
I've done karting competitively for 8 years, and there I race globally, but mainly in the UK. So I race in the UK, France, Italy, Spain, Dubai. And in my first season of sports cars was in the Radical cars, and I competed in Portugal there. But this is my first time racing in the Philippines in the Toyota Vios Cup. I've enjoyed it so much. I'm so appreciative and grateful for this opportunity. I need to get used to the weather because it's a bit hot. It's a bit hotter here, but yeah, I love the racing. It's really hard, competitive, and fair, and I'm really grateful for it.
Well, actually, it's just about for today. I slept early, and then of course, don't eat too heavy, particularly if you're about to board the vehicle. So I think those are and some mental preparation, if you'll call it that. I try to visualize the track and what I want to do when I'm at that situation or at that part of the track.
Very good, but very challenging. Bit disappointed I couldn't get the win, but still happy with the results. Running P2 in the Super Sporty Championship, and you know, lots to learn here. It was great racing and definitely a new experience in Super Sporting, so looking forward to the next round. From beginning to end, there was just no time to stop and relax and just focus on your driving. Everybody was so close to each other, and it was more like a chess game with 6 people battling out the whole time. And at the end, I had a strategy that worked the lap before, but John was able to do a counter strategy and able to pass me, and I couldn't just fight back after that. So I learned from it, but yeah, extremely fun. Just so tired right now after that.
Today is very tough. Ang gagaling talaga yung driver, especially Inigo. He's really doing a great job, and I have to be careful on my move kasi Inigo is really top of the level in competitions. I just prepared and observed his line. So until the end, I was almost the same pace. I was a bit far. Then I think his tires got overcooked. That's why he's sliding on the corner. So I tried to take advantage of it. Then tried to make a move, failed, and then I tried again.
To all our viewers, so this is just the first leg of Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup 2022 season. We still have 2 legs to go with the second leg coming up this August. So for more updates and for more information, stay tuned to our official social media channels. That's Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippines, both on Facebook and Instagram.
That was certainly a great race weekend, and we'll surely be back covering the next leg. Be sure to catch our coverage of the Vios Cup and other exciting racing series. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Kailangan ng maaasahan, kailangan ng matibay, pang matagalan kasama mo sa pag-unlad ng negosyo. Modernong disenyo, kaya-kaya ang kargo mo. Nang tatak na Isuzu, level up mo yung negosyo. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up with Isuzu Travis.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. The all-new Honda HR-V is here. Showcase checks out what's new in Honda's popular subcompact crossover.
Subcompact crossovers or SUVs are now among the more sought-after vehicles in the local market. They are mostly affordable, fun to drive, and versatile. Great as the daily drive on weekdays, now that many are returning to face-to-face work at the office. Great for weekend road trips and adventures now that road trips are no longer restricted. Some are stylish, sporty, or both. Honda Cars Philippines is banking on the newly arrived all-new Honda HR-V to be among the most popular in the crossover segment. After all, Honda sold more than 7,000 units of predecessors since it debuted in 2015. The formal unveiling of the third-generation HR-V revealed a crossover that is more sleek than sporty, although Honda says it went for the sporty look in the development. Nonetheless, the new Honda HR-V looks stylish in a stately sort of way. Two variants of the new HR-V were unveiled, the V-Turbo CVT and the S-CVT. The top-of-the-line V-Turbo is 4,385mm long, 1,790mm wide, and 1,590mm tall. Just a wee bit longer, 55mm longer to be exact, but just as wide and tall as its lower-priced sibling, the S-CVT. Interestingly enough, Honda lists the S-CVT as sitting higher above the road than the V-Turbo CVT, 196mm ground clearance compared to 181mm. The added length can be easily explained by the Sport-Type front bumper with the amp-up line as well as the Sport-Type spoiler that distinguishes the V-Turbo CVT from the S-CVT. Other distinguishing features are the black mesh-type grille, the platinum headlight extension, the dual tape pipe finishers, and of course the turbo emblem. Both, however, share full LED headlights that come with auto on-off function with 15-second timer, LED daytime running lights, projector-type fog lamps, side turn signal lights integrated in the side door mirrors, LED taillights with light bar, LED high-mount stop lamp, shark-fin antenna, tailgate spoiler, and rear intermittent wipers with washer. The V-Turbo CVT can also be distinguished from its sibling by its 17-inch gray alloy wheel strapped by 215/60 R17 96/8 tires. Honda has gone on the premium side to sell the new HR-V, with the V-Turbo CVT getting more of the pricey stuff, like the rich leather upholstery for the seats. But the fabric upholstery on the S-CVT doesn't look shabby at all. In fact, it looks quite rich and yes, sporty. Also wrapped in leather are the steering and the shift knob. The cabin of the HR-V V-Turbo CVT also looks positively posh with the black and silver accents. No silver accents on the S-CVT. The HR-V can sit 5 adults comfortably. The driver's seat slides and reclines and adjusts for height. The front passenger seat just slides and reclines. The second row features Honda's patented ULT seat, ULT for utility, long and tall. The seat for 3 splits and folds flat 60/40 and comes in a rear armrest. The V-Turbo CVT dash and instrumentation is quite tidy and modern with a 7-inch digital display. The rotary knobs for the air conditioning look cool and make controlling cabin temperature quite easy. Both trims of the new HR-V comes with a single-zone automatic air conditioning with the new air diffusion system that cools the cabin more efficiently, as well as rear air vents. Both variants of the HR-V share the same 8-inch touchscreen display for the infotainment system, which comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth, hands-free telephone, audio streaming, USB input, and 6 speakers. They also share many of the modern conveniences found in premium vehicles, including smart keyless entry with one-push start system, power windows and door locks, auto-power folding door mirrors. Both also share the comfort and convenience features now standard in crossovers: ambient cabin lighting, 4 bottle holders, 4 cup holders, 12-volt accessory socket, sun visors with illuminated mirrors, map lights, cargo area lights, tonneau cover. The V-Turbo CVT adds auto-dimming rear view mirrors and 2 rear USB charging ports. Honda is making a lot of local car enthusiasts happy by offering the HR-V with a turbocharged engine. Honda says the brief for developing the all-new HR-V was to come with a subcompact crossover that combines functionality, safety, and advanced features, sophisticated design, and superior driving experience. The 177 PS and the 240 Nm of torque from the turbocharged 1498cc 4-cylinder VTEC engine on the top-of-the-line HR-V certainly helped fulfill the superior driving experience part of the brief. Although you can't say the SCVT is a slouch with the 121 PS and 145 Nm of torque from its 1.5-liter iVTEC inline-4 engine. Only a continuously variable transmission is available in the local spec HR-V with paddle shifters offering some control over gear shifts. The steering wheel tilts and telescopes to provide a comfortable driving position. It also comes with controls for audio, the HFT, the multi-information display, among other things to make motoring more convenient. The V-Turbo CVT powertrain offers 3 driving modes, Econ, Normal, and Sport, much appreciated in these times of spiraling fuel prices. On Sport mode not available in the SCVT, the HR-V is a truly fun drive. The HR-V rides road imperfections well with front McPherson struts and axle-type suspension in the rear. The suspension also provides a stable ride even when taking switchbacks on Sport mode. The all-wheel disc brake system, ventilated in front, comes with an auto brake hold function. The electronic parking brake does away with space-eating handbrake lever. The all-new Honda HR-V comes standard with Honda Sensing, a suite of driver assist technology with functions to give drivers a lot of confidence in driving on crowded city streets, open highways, and mountain roads. Honda Sensing includes collision mitigation braking system, adaptive cruise control with low speed follow, lane keeping assist system, road departure mitigation system with lane departure warning, auto high beam, and lead car departure notification system. Drivers will also have to get used to various tones and beeps that warn or alert them of obstacles or possible dangers on the road. Also giving confidence about being protected in the HR-V are standard safety features that include 3-point ELR seat belts with reminder for 5, front and side airbags, speed sensing door locks, ISOFIX child seat anchors. The HR-V also comes with anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution, vehicle stability assist, hill descent control, hill start assist, and agile handling assist.
Whether the turbocharged VTEC or just the iVTEC engine, the all-new HR-V should heighten the senses with its looks, advanced driver assist and safety tech, and comfort and smart connectivity features. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
There's a new attraction at the Bonifacio Global City. It's called the AC Motors Central. AC Motors Automobile Group President Antonio Tautizaro III describes the AC Motors Central as a motor show that will be open year-round. It's not only a motor show where you can enjoy checking out the latest models of the 4 core brands of AC Motors, Honda, Isuzu, Volkswagen, and Kia, as well as 2 motorcycle brands, KTM and Husqvarna. It's also where you can order vehicles of your liking. The Central also houses the corporate office of AC Motors.
The concept of Central is like a motor show, and like a motor show, you will see that there are no walls in between the brands. We still have the core brand essence, which we need to protect, but we want a free-flowing experience as if we were having a motor show at the center of the city 365 days a year.
The Central is supported wholeheartedly by AC Motor partner brands, showcasing their latest and best models in respective corners of the 3,000 square meter facility.
This new location that we have is also a refreshed showroom for us, and it incorporates the new design elements of the Volkswagen brand, which has been rolled out and is continuing to be rolled out all across the different markets around the world. So you'll see a different look and a different feel when you come and visit us here at the Volkswagen BGC showroom.
BGC has been at the center of commercial district in Metro Manila. So it's a perfect place to showcase such prestigious brands in one hub. Inside this building, customers will also find the Isuzu sales showroom. And just like all Isuzu branches, the Isuzu showroom here is capable to deliver the utmost customer satisfaction for its MU-X, D-Max, Travis, and Isuzu Truck customers.
During the AC Motor Central inauguration, Toti Zara also revealed more innovations that would make car buyers happy.
In AC Motors Trade Plus, we have gathered more than 60 used car dealers who will be bidding live online to ensure the best value for our customers. While we are inaugurating and announcing it here as one of our many digital services, of course, this will be available in all our outlets, initially in Luzon, and eventually we would like to spread the service of AC Motors Trade Plus in our outlets in Visayas and Mindanao.
AC Motors plan to set up similar central hubs in other areas.
We intend to bring this out wherever we can. This is a sample because we were allowed by the various distributors that we carry also to have a centralized hub like the Central, where we can provide this type of capability.
Suzuki Auto Mactan has reopened its doors, much to the delight of many Suzuki owners on the island and nearby Cebu. During the ceremonial reopening of the dealership streamed live on Facebook, Norihide Take, Suzuki Philippines General Manager for Automobiles, said the demand for Suzuki products and services in Cebu make it evident that the dedication of the Cebu Auto Central Corp continues to be recognized by patrons. Suzuki will continue to be the reliable mobility partner, especially in areas that are vital for the development of the Philippines as a country, Norihide Take added. Suzuki Auto Mactan is located on a 100 square meter lot in Mactan Breeze, Soong, Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu, with a 48 square meter showroom for 2 models and an after-sales department ready to provide assistance to patrons. Geely continues to expand its network of dealerships around the country. Sojitz G Auto Philippines Corporation, official distributor of Geely vehicles in the country, has inaugurated 2 more dealerships, Geely Calamba and Geely Butuan. The twin inaugurations mark new milestones for Geely in the Philippines, and SCAP is excited to expand its reach to customers, especially in these 2 new locations such as Calamba, Laguna and Butuan City, according to SCAP President and CEO Yugo Kiyofuji. This will enable Geely to further bring affordable, exciting, and technology-rich vehicles as well as to provide certified after-sales service to customers in these locations, Yugo Kiyofuji added. Dealership number 30, Geely Calamba, is located at Purok Dos, Barangay Makiling in Calamba, Laguna. It is a 1,620 square meter outlet that can accommodate 6 cars for display and service. Dealership number 31, Geely Butuan, is located along the National Highway Baan, Butuan City. It is a 1,500 square meter outlet that can accommodate 6 cars for display and service. Ford vehicle owners in the country can now easily check if their Ford models have safety issues that need resolving. According to Patrick Manigbas, Ford Customer Service Division Director, Ford's online tracking tools will provide Ford vehicle owners easy and convenient access to service actions required for their vehicles to ensure their optimal performance. This includes issues concerning Takata airbag inflators. Ford said customers can visit the Ford website to check if their Ford vehicles are part of a field service action that involves the immediate replacement of Takata airbag inflators. Customers can key in their 17-digit vehicle identification number on the field service action tracker on the Ford website. If they find a safety-related service action that matches with their VIN, they can call their Ford dealer or the Ford Group Philippines Customer Relations Center to schedule an appointment. The necessary repairs and service action will be performed at no cost to the customer. The 17-digit VIN is listed on the vehicle registration document, finance statement, and insurance paperwork. It also appears on the passenger side of the customer's vehicle between the windscreen and the dashboard. Isuzu Calapan has emerged as the champion of the 17th Isuzu Service Skills Olympics, the annual competition held by Isuzu Philippines Corporation for part staff, service advisors, and technicians of its dealers nationwide. According to IPC President Noboru Murakami, the annual competition is a showcase of the exceptional skills and knowledge of Isuzu's after-sales representatives nationwide. After a grueling 4-day online skills and knowledge testing, Isuzu Calapan was awarded this year's Dealer Grand Champion, besting 26 other dealerships in the competition. Commenting on the award, Isuzu Calapan President Daniel Uy said the dealership is constantly trying to improve the skills of its staff and technicians with the help and assistance of IPC to continue providing excellent after-sales service to customers in the Mimaropan region.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, please don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on his 36th year of continuing service, Tuloy siya on Motoring Public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Happy
motoring!
motoring!